scene, he was like this. He had his gun in his hand, about to shoot people, and he was like, and I ran to the teacher and was like, bad guy, gun, and then he let me in.
Just chilling to listen to. You're hearing from an innocent child who was just a witness to that awful school shooting in Northern California. The gunman killing 5 people. And this is one of many mass shootings that we've seen as of late. Mass shootings, attacks on schools, and God forbid something like this happens here at home. But what are schools in Oklahoma doing to prepare for a worst case scenario? That is something that we have to talk about. So here with us this morning is Dustin Horsketter. He is the security director for Moore Public Schools. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing great.
Thank you for being here with us. When a new school shooting like this one in Northern California happens, does anything actually go into effect here? Anything new?
Well, we're always, when something like this happens, we're always looking at our crisis plans and on the district level and also on the site-specific level. So we're always looking at those, seeing if we can do anything better. And unfortunately, when something like this happens, it gives us opportunities to take a look at that and try to learn something from those situations.
And maybe reevaluate what's in place here.
You bet.
But when you look at, the details of this shooting or other shootings too, it's almost impossible, really, wouldn't you say, to protect everybody when a murderously insane person comes wielding a shotgun or a rifle on campus.
Yeah.
Realistically, what's the extent that you can actually protect those kids
in a
district?
It's impossible to protect everybody. And that's just the unfortunate reality of that situation. So what we do is we try to get our teachers and our staff and our administrators prepared, and the students as well, as best as we can to react and just be aware of their surroundings and react appropriately if something like this breaks out. So what we want is we don't want people just to be sitting there and be sitting ducks. We're always, we implement the ALICE program in more schools. We also do the Run, Hide, Fight program. And we're not going to allow our staff and our students to be victims.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do everything that we can to prevent that.
And I know you're just mentioning some of the things that are in place at Moore, and I'm sure it's different from district to district, but what is standard procedure for Oklahoma schools? What for sure is in place?
Well, I know there's state laws that require so many drills per year on intruder drills and lockdown drills. It used to just be fire drills and tornado drills when I was a kid. Now it's mandatory that we're doing intruder drills and lockdown drills as well. So I know that for a fact happens statewide.
Has our state's budget crisis impacted the way that you implement security? Has it kept more from implementing measures that you would like to see in place? That's
a great question. So yeah, what our lawmakers need to realize is it's not just the budget crunch and them not being able to figure out how to properly really budget our money that's coming in. There are untapped tax dollars out there that they can get to, and to get these teachers paid the way they need to be paid, and to get these counselors in the schools. That's something that people don't realize is the budget crunch isn't just affecting the teachers, it's affecting these counselors too. And these counselors a lot of times are the first line for us they do threat assessments on kids. Mm-hmm. And if we're short on counselors, then if we're able to identify a kid that's struggling, that is a possible threat to the safety of a school, then we need to get them the help that they need. And without without a good budget and without getting these people paid like they need to get paid, and the cuts in health and mental health services, that doesn't help the situation at all. So we're getting cuts in schools, we're getting cuts in mental health, we're getting cuts in DHS. It's just
and without those counselors, that is a vital line of communication.
It's huge. It's massive. Okay. Yeah, you bet.
And say we did have the money, do you have a wish list of sorts that you would like to see put in place at school? Is it more cameras? Is it, more men and women, more security officers actually there present? What's the wish list?
Well, the money is there. It's just going to be a matter of if these people that we elect can get it figured out. That's right. Let's get it figured out. Yeah, the cameras are always great. We're lucky. Our district is lucky. We have a pretty a pretty good system in place. There's always room for improvement. Visitor management is high on Moore's list. We have a pretty good visitor management program that we have. We definitely want to get consistent district-wide. But yeah, there are all sorts of things. Visitor management and cameras are huge.
And we always get a lot of feedback from parents who watch this 9 o'clock show. You know, they've dropped the kids off, they're at home, so I want to speak to them too. Is there a conversation that they can be having with kids at home, you know, and if so, what would your suggestion be there?
Yeah, absolutely. There is, ideally, all of this starts at home, right? I mean, we can teach them and educate them here at school, but it really needs to be reinforced at home in a way that's kid appropriate. You know, we're not going to scare the children about situations like an active shooter, but parents need to reinforce the fact that, hey, be aware of your surroundings. When I drop you off at school, just be looking out for people that don't look like they belong. And if you see something that's just out of place, go notify your principal or a teacher.
And last question to you with just a few seconds left. I know you're the security director at Moore. Are there others at multiple schools, and are you all in constant communication, kind of bouncing ideas off one another to fortify our schools?
Sure, yeah. We're always in contact with other districts and trying to figure out what they're doing that's working, maybe what they're doing that's not working, and vice versa, you bet.
Okay. Dustin, thank you so much
you bet.
for stopping by.
Always great. Yep.
Happy holidays.
Thanks, you too.